On the final day of the Premier League season, West Ham United just fell short of reaching the Europa League for a second season straight, which means we still have some sort of European competition this year, and that comes in the sort of the Europa Conference League. Newly formed just this season, the Europa Conference League is for 7th place in the Premier League, which is what we have this season after losing 3-1 to Brighton on Sunday on the final day. So what is the Europa Conference League and how does it work? I hear you ask at the other end of this screen. That's what I'm going to be going through in today's video, step by step, everything you need to know about the newly formed Europa Conference League. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. But before we do, though, drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Official if you are new. Check out our channel sponsors SRM Car and Son by clicking the link in the description down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. And so, what is the Europa Conference League then? So the third tier of active European football competitions after the Champions League and the Europa League is the Europa Conference League, which was introduced at the start of this season. So it's contested by 181 teams. The Conference League kicked off on the 6th of July 2021, so just last year. So those 181 teams from UEFA's 55 member associations are whittled down to 32 by the group stages of the competition. So as in the Europa League, the 8 group winners went through directly to the round of 16. So if you get to the group stage of this competition, it's exactly the same as what we went through last year. So of course, we won the group, we topped the group last year in the Europa League, which meant we avoided playing a playoff to get in to the last 16. So it was almost a last 32 playoff round, which we skipped because we finished first in the group last year. So if we finish second in the group, then we go into the playoff. If we finish third and fourth, we're booted out of Europe this season. But hopefully we don't get that, fingers crossed. But we do have to get to the group stages first, and that consists of 2 playoff rounds, well, 2 legs, a 2-legged playoff round where the draw is going to be on the 2nd of August. Put it in your diary, the 2nd of August for the games to be played on the 18th and the 25th of August for fighting for a chance to get into the group stage of the Europa Conference League then. So tell me more about the Conference League in particular. So it is a complex competition. So it's got 3 qualifying rounds, a playoff round, a group stage, and 5 knockout rounds, culminating in the final, which will be played at Slavia Prague Stadium, the Sanobo Stadium in the Czech Republic on the 7th of June 2023. England, among with Spain, Italy, Germany and France, have just 1 representative each in the Conference League, meaning West Ham United will initially be the only Premier League team taking part. However, one of England's UEFA Europa League representatives could drop into the Conference League if they finish 3rd in their Europa League group. First, though, the Hammers will have to come through a playoff round, as I mentioned just earlier. So some 44 teams will take part in a 2-legged playoff round, with the draw being held on Tuesday the 2nd of August and the 2 legs being played on Thursdays 18th and 25th of August. The 44 will include 32 third qualifying round winners and 7 eliminated from the Europa League third qualifying round, meaning just 5 clubs go directly into the playoff round, West Ham and 1 each from Spain. It could be Villarreal, Italy, Fiorentina, Germany, Cologne and France, Nice. The 44 will be split into 2 paths, 10 on the Champions path and 34 on the main path. The 10 clubs on the Champions path consist of 5 winners from the Conference League third qualifying round and 5 losers from the Europa League third qualifying round. The other 34 on the main path will include the Hammers, the 4 other direct qualifiers, Villarreal, Fiorentina, Cologne and Nice, and the 27 winners from the Conference League third qualifying round and 2 losers from the Europa League third qualifying round. The teams will then be seeded in accordance with the UEFA club coefficient rankings and the ties grouped before being drawn. It's a piece of cake, that, isn't it? Not complex in any shape or form. So who could we play in that playoff round, I hear you ask? So of course the 32 third qualifying round winners and 7 clubs eliminated from the Europa League third qualifying round will not be known until next season. So our potential playoff round opponents will remain a mystery until the 11th of August, when the third qualifying round is competed. To add to the fun, the playoff round draw will take place on the 2nd of August, meaning our opponents will still not be confirmed, although we will at least know it will be one of just 2 clubs. So on the 2nd of August, we'll have a 50-50 idea of who will play in the playoff. On the 11th, we'll know for sure who we will be playing just a week after, on the 18th and the 25th, for the opportunity to get into the Conference League. And of course, on the 2nd of August, we will find out if we play the first leg home or away. So everybody can get on booking their flights to 2 places and then cancelling the place that we're not going to for this Conference League playoff. There you go. That's a trick. So what happens if we win the playoff round then? So should we win the 2-legged playoff tie, we will join the other 21 Conference League playoff round winners and 10 eliminated clubs from the Europa League playoff round in the group stage. Woo, the group stage. We will be facing 3 group stage opponents home and away, with ties to be played on Thursday the 8th and 15th, 6th, 13th and 27th of October and the 3rd of November. Of course, we will then take a break from the Conference League until the new year after the 3rd of November, kicking off with the knockout round playoffs on Thursday to the 16th and Thursday the 23rd of February, and the round of 16 in March. So of course, because of the World Cup, it's just kind of got a bit of a break like we have the Premier League then. So just a bit of an idea of when we will be playing then. So playoff rounds, 18th and the 25th. Group stage going through from September to November. The knockout stage is February all the way through till June, where we have the final in the Czech Republic. Oh, and breathe. Yeah, so it's a complex competition. I apologise if I've read that out too fast for you. Go onto YouTube and put the timings. Go back to 0.25 so you hear me say it slowly. But very, very complicated, and it's quite disappointing that we're not in the Europa League. We are, of course, really gutted that we aren't there, but we've got to deal with it now. We've got European football for at least 2 playoff rounds this season. But yeah, it's not all said and done yet that we're going to be in the group stage, which is the annoying thing, though. We have to wait until the 2nd and the 11th of August to find out who we're going to play in this playoff, then play them in August, and then get into the group stage ahead of the start of the group stage in September. So it's going to be a jam-packed season once again for West Ham, depending on how far we get in this competition, along with, of course, the domestic cups and the ever-present Premier League, with the World Cup in the middle for, of course, plenty of West Ham players taking part in that. Bowen, Rice getting England call-ups, and all of our other international players taking part in the World Cup. So that's a one-stop shop to find out and give you all the information you need to know about the Europa Conference League, which we will be taking part in next season. It's a new, fresh competition. Some people like it, some people don't, but at the end of the day, if this wasn't created last year, we'd have no Europe this year, and we'd all be incredibly disappointed with that. So we've got to take what we've got and hope next year we can get back into that Europa League, whether it's through the path of winning this competition, the Conference League, or getting back into that 6th spot in the Premier League. So there we go. That's all the information you need to know about the new UEFA Europa Conference League. Fingers crossed we can go one step further than we did in the Europa League last season and lift that beautiful trophy. But that's it from me. We will now focus our attention on transfer rumours until the season starts all the way in August. Oh, feels a long way away, that does. And then, of course, we get the UEFA Conference League action underway. But that's it from me for now. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you soon right here on West Ham Official.